Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for another beautiful episode on a very exciting site that we have come to, and that is a lovely temple called as Sri Ananta temple in Savoi-Verem. Savoi-Verem is a very historic place, and it is just about say 11 kilometers from Ponda and about 23-24 kilometers from Panjim. You are driving along the river Mandovi coming over here, and there are many historic things that happen around over here. You can see this beautiful archway which takes us to this particular temple, and ladies and gentlemen, there are 2-3 things that are amazingly important about this particular temple. That is, it is built on a water body or a lake. Secondly, its idol was found on a Muslim ship, and it is related to a mosque very close by. So let's not waste time. Let's see this episode on Sri Ananta temple and the journey of its icon to this particular temple. Let's go down, come on. Here we are, reached the temple, and what you see there is the temple of Sri Anant, and my cameraman is going to take you around and show you the lakes and the water that is flowing all around the place. And the story I will tell you when we reach inside. Come. Ladies and gentlemen, Goa is a beautiful place, really a beautiful place. Nature, Mother Nature is so happy with us. But I must tell you, it is shockingly electrifying when you go to any of the sites in Goa and then you want to take a photograph. What happens? Look, there are wires crisscrossing this side and that side. This is an appeal to the Department of Electricity. Please use a little bit of common sense. People are coming here to see these beautiful architectures, so many places over here, and then you just stretch these wires across, making them look so shabby. Just an appeal. If you can put them underground, Goans will be very happy about it. So will you be. But keep this in mind. Don't give us shocks like this. Okay? When you come to a temple, please remember that there will always be either a banyan tree or a peepal tree with a platform or a plinth around it. They are considered as holy trees because our ancestors were very wise. The banyan tree gives out oxygen during the daytime and night time. They preserved it. We need it these days. And the peepal tree, they say, is very good for making medicines for the heart. That's why their leaves are in that shape. Whether it is true or no, I don't know. But the fact remains that in front of every temple, there is a banyan tree and a peepal tree. So this is the pad, or this is the place where the tree is preserved. So we have now reached the Ananta temple. First protocol, ladies and gentlemen, take off your shoes. Hold the cap in your hand, because these are things that need to be looked at before going into a temple. So let me just go into the temple. Then I will come back and I will tell you the story of what this temple is. Now that I have paid my respect to Lord Anant, I can now come and tell you the story about this temple and why we have come over here. Just for your information, when I came from the main entrance. But later on, as the story progresses, we will come through another gate which is facing the east from here. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very beautiful story about this particular idol which is here. Now the idol is not in the shape of a human being, but it is on a slab. And this slab had a journey from very far away. And the story goes like this. There was a Baba over here, in this place when there was no temple, who had his ashram very, very long time ago, many centuries ago. Now, one day he got a dream which showed him a person, sleeping on a snake and telling him that I have come to your village, I want to stay here, please bring me and keep me here. He didn't understand what it was. This dream kept on repeating. So he consulted his other elders in the thing, and they said, wait, possibly it is not there, but it continued. But then they said, possibly this is Lord Vishnu wanting to come and reside here, but from where has he come? They were lost. I have come to your village. Where you have come? So one fine day again he got a dream which said that I have traveled all the way from Kathiawad over here in a boat and come to your village. Please bring me and establish me here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just across this small little village, cute Savoi-Verem, which is made up of Savoi and Verem. This is Verem. Savoi is another village. It's Savoi-Verem. The river Mandovi flows by very closely over here. So they deduced that, there must be a boat over there or boats on which this idol is there or the god here himself have come. But when they went there, they saw that there was only one boat over there belonging to a Muslim family from Surla. I will take you to Surla and I will show you that also. There, they met the owner, who was a Muslim gentleman. I have been again and again telling you about the communal harmony in Goa. The people of Goa live very harmoniously, irrespective of the faiths that they follow, irrespective of things that may have happened in the past. We live very happily over here. And that was the case even during that time. So this gentleman told the people who came, he says, see, I will not have an idol on my ship for a simple reason that me following the Muhammadan faith, we do not worship idols. But he says, since you all are from the village just across the river, why don't you all go and see on my boat? So they proceeded and they went to his boat. Searched everywhere, nothing on the boat, like this gentleman has said. And then, when they were getting down, one of the person over there saw a big slab on the bow of the ship. And he asked him, he says, what is that? So he told him, he said, when I bring my load, the ship is down. But when I sell my load, the front comes on top. So to bring it down, I keep the load. He says, can we see that slab? So he said, yes. That slab was around 4.5 to 5 feet wide. It was about 2 feet wide, actually, that was long, and about 6 inches thick. Very heavy. So they lifted it and they found that the entire thing was carved onto that. And they brought that and they established here. As we go to those places, I will repeat these particular things to you and tell you the story, because one thing very unique in this temple is this entire temple is built on a water body or a lake. My ancestral house is exactly opposite, which I will show you. My father was born there, and he recollects and used to tell us that this entire area in front of this temple used to be covered with laterite stones, and every time that there was a festival or a natak here, means theatre, and there was a load of people, water used to seep on top. Now they selected this place keeping in mind that Vishnu always likes to reside in a water. And for your information, ladies and gentlemen, this entire temple is surrounded by water, and even the mandap where I am sitting down, below this there is water. Don't believe me? Let's go there and see that. Come, follow me. I am actually walking above water. Don't believe me? Come and see over here. The water is exposed at this particular point, right in front of the idol. And the entire temple, which has a plinth above the fields, has got water all around it. Come and see this. About 300 meters away from the temple is a nice property over here. Now on the Dasara day, the deity is put in a palanquin and he is brought here. They have got a smaller idol of the deity and he is brought over here, and inside this property there is an apto tree. And this particular tree, the leaves are considered to transform into gold on that particular day. It is also considered that Kubera poured a lot of wealth onto this and the leaves turned into gold. It is also believed that when the Pandavas were in exile, they hung their arms over here, they hid it over there. But whatever it may be, the entire people gather over here and they remove the leaves of this apto tree, and the apto tree is that one. So the entire story of the Ananta idol actually starts from a dream at the place where the temple is and from here. The boat that belonged to the Muslim, that gentleman stayed near this mosque. This is a very historic mosque called the Surla Mosque, and we have done a program on this. You can go back to My Goem episodes on YouTube and see this. Very historic. And behind that mosque, there is a small little grave or a qabr belonging to the Pir. Pir is a saint, a person who had a very good heart, very saintly figure. Even today, the people of Surla, they take the procession of Shigmo there to seek his blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, the boat that the idol of Sri Ananta was found was belonging to a Muslim from the place where this thing is. You can see the houses on the other side. And if you notice very carefully, this is River Mandovi. And we have got a lovely system that takes you from this side to the other side. 15 minutes going, waiting there for 15 minutes, coming back. So, next time, before you go to Ananta temple, come over here. This is in the village of Savoi-Verem. The other side is Surla. And this point on the other side, the ferry point, is called a Surla Tar. Hence, that masjid and the Pir, that area is called as the Surla Tar Mosque. That one, ladies and gentlemen. And it is the people of Savoi-Verem, they came over there, met him and took his permission to go down on the boat. They found this idol. For you, ladies and gentlemen, the Surla Tar and the mosque. So, after the people got the permission to look into the boat of that Muslim gentleman, the trader, they must have come walking down, because behind me is the village of Surla where we had just gone. When they came here, possibly the boat of that gentleman may have been parked anywhere here or down this particular river. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this river comes down from the Arabian Sea and goes up, right up to Saturday. When they came here, they had a very interesting thing that happened on board. Now you know that the gentleman had said that they are Muslims, and possibly that was the thing that made him think that there is going to be no idol, because in the Muslim faith they do not do idol worship. So when these people went and searched on board that ship, they didn't find anything. But it so happened that when they were getting down, it is said that one of them noticed that there was a huge black stone, this big, this wide, at the front of the boat. So the owner, the trader who had come with them, they asked him, he says, "What is this?" It was a black stone. He told them that being a trader and having a load in his ship, when he sold the load, the front of the ship used to come up, and to keep it down when they were sailing, they had this as a counterweight. So they asked him, "Can we see what it is? Can we turn it and see?" So he said, "Go ahead." And when they turned, they got a shock of their life. On the face of that stone, there was carvings of Vishnu. Now, here, I have already told you the story. The fact remains that Vishnu is shown always in water, in very cool places. So the next hurdle that the people had was removing that and keeping it. It was quite huge, quite heavy, in a place with water. So what they did, they came to since they had come to this place, and Savoi-Verem, the actual temple today where it is just over this hill, they removed it, created a pond for him, and kept the idol over here. This area is called as the Piracy Pet. Let's go down and see what this area where the idol was possibly kept inside is called as. Come on. So now I'm just walking down this traditional pathway and a beautiful coconut grove over here. Lovely ways of crossing these small pathways. And I have come to this place where I find a lot of things that have been carved out into the rock. But what is very interesting is that there is a nice place that has been carved out into the rock with water inside, and there is a small little shrine. But what I have done is, rather than me telling you, I have asked some of my friends from here, from Savoi-Verem. By the way, this is my village, just for your information. I have asked them to come here and tell us what this place is and what that thing is. Let's go and meet them. Come on. Hello, कशे आसात? Very good. Very nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are my good friends from here, from Savoi-Verem, and this gentleman that you see, his name is Purimal, and I'm not sure whether you know him, but I'm sure that you know him. Why? How? He makes some of the best trophies of acrylic, one of the best. Possibly you may have got a trophy from him or made by him. Purimal Bab, welcome to my program My Goem. Purimal Bab, आमकां एक सांग, आमी हांगा जे ह्या जाग्याचेर आयल्या त्या जाग्याक कितें म्हणटात?
पिराची पेट.
हाका पिराची पेट म्हणटात. आनी हांगा न्ही आमी येतकच आमकां एक हांगा घुमटी दिसली आनी एक हांगा जागो दिसलो जो
तळें आसा,
सपना आसा. हय, कितें तें कित्याक केलो आसतलो तो?
हे पयलीं जेन्ना ते पाशाण हितूनच्यान आयिल्ले आपल्या होडींच्यान
हय
तेन्ना ते हांगा देंवन घेतलेले
हां
गांवच्या लोकांनी.
ओके
आणि मागीर ताका उदकाचें हें जाय म्हणून थंय देवूळ बांदपाची तयारी करी पर्यंत ते पाशाण हांगासर हे तळयेन दवरलेले.
Okay, so in other words, what he told us was that that big piece of marble or granite, which was taken down from the boat till the new temple was constructed, they kept it here in this place, in this carved thing. आणि हांगा जी फाटल्यान घुमटी आसा ती ताकाच लागून बांदिल्ली.
हय, ती एक्चुअली कशें आशिल्लें की त्या होडी चलयणारो जो आशिल्लो
हय, हय.
तेजें स्मारक म्हणून किंवा तेजी आठवण म्हणून कदाचित ते बांदलेली आसतली.
ओके आणि हो जो आशिल्लो जो व्हडयेचो ओनर तो मुस्लीम आशिल्लो.
मुस्लीम आशिल्लो.
मुस्लीम सुर्ला गांवांतलो.
हय, म्हणूनच ताका पिराची पेट म्हणटात.
म्हणून ताका पिराची पेट म्हणटात.
हय हय.
Okay, now you know why it is called as Piracy Pet. And before we go and see the actual marble that was found, let me say a big thank you to all of them for helping us. Thank you.
Yes.
So having visited the Piracy Pet, where that idol was kept, let us now head to the temple. But before you go to the temple of Madanant Prasanna or Sri Ananta, I must tell you something that is of very much of pride to me. What you see behind me is the ancestral house of the Savoi-Verem Sardessais, my ancestral house. Huge house, history going back to almost about 300 years. It's a real big place with 3 different angans and lot many rooms. But I'm going to do that at a later stage. But right now, let us proceed down to the temple. What you see behind me is a bandh which has been created to retain the water over here for the fields. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I have come over here is just to show you the beautiful temple of Sri Ananta. That is where our story brings us about that big granite piece being found out. But the reason why I came here without going inside is, if you see, the temple is built with a big plinth around the place. And at the river side, I told you that Anant always likes to rest in water on a big snake. The reason why I am showing you this plinth is because inside the precinct of this temple, the entire temple has been built on top of a lake. And the entire temple is surrounded by water. Want to see it? Come on, let's go there and see. Come. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of a beautiful episode of the Ananta temple, one of the reincarnations or one of the version of Lord Vishnu. I'm sure you may have come this way or you may not have come this way. Hardly about 11 kilometers from Ponda and 24 kilometers from Panjim. Lovely place and such a very tranquil setting over here. Good plantations. There are plantations very close by. You can spend your day. There's a tropical spice plantation, Savoi plantation. You can come with your family and spend a day. And when you have a little bit of time, come here because you will never ever forget the experience, especially your children. You may have some questions. You may have suggestions for us. Please do write to us on the email that you see over here. We love to hear from you. I am repeating, please write to us on this email over here. Your suggestions about any other festivities that we have not covered or any heritage that is there and which you feel that the people of Goa spread out all over the world should see. Prudent is getting you this My Goem to take this program to all the Goans all over the world. Don't miss this opportunity. Again, let me repeat to you, write to us on this email over here. And with that, I say bye to you, signing off. Bye-bye.